Are you sick and tired of being steep on that golf ball? Sick of hitting slicers? Then today in this golf lesson, we're going to give you some golf tips to start to cure that slice, hit more greens and lower your scores. Guys, welcome to Get Good at Golf. And if you're new to the channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you are a regular viewer, welcome back. So today in this golf lesson, we are trying to stop these shots right here on screen. We're trying to stop that slice. That one comes out a little bit high, a little bit right, and never reaches your target. So how are we going to do that? That's what we want to do today. I want to give you some drills that you can do so your practice is productive, so you can start to get better over the winter, because unfortunately winter is upon us sooner than we thought. Winter is coming, James in the background. Right, so what we start to see is a lot of people are getting that club very steep as it comes down. So you get into this position here, and if we think about a tour player, what we'll often see is that they will be in a position here at that same point. So a big difference there from here down to here and how we can control that club face. When we're up here, obviously we know that angle of attack is coming steep. We often know that that is going to be a glancing blow and that club is going to work left. And we often see that when we do that, it's going to be striking the ball off the toe. So we're off the toe, we're already going to be losing distance. We're losing ball speed, and then from there we have no real control. So what do? Often, I'm sure you will be saying that I often get a club more. I go from my 8 iron, I know I'm going to slice a golf ball, so what I'll do is I'll just go up to my 7, I'll aim further left to counter for that, and we might get that one. Okay, I've been very lucky there, I've timed that well. Has it got there? It's just got on the green. So we've got there, but this is at 160 yards, which would be my normal 8 iron. You can see there it's only gone 140. And I didn't really feel like I did a lot wrong there. So yes, it was a glancing blow, but I've quickly lost 20 yards of carry, and that's not going to help me. So what can we do from there? Well, first of all, we don't want you to start adjusting and going, okay, I hit a slice, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shuffle more around and more around, because sometimes what we'll start to see, or more commonly, especially with your longer clubs, we'll start to see that it leaks out to the right still, and again, we haven't reached the green. So we've not really got control on our start line. We haven't got control of where that ball is going to finish. So what do we need to do? First of all, when you're at the driving range, I want you to grab another club. So grab another club out of your golf bag, like I had one here, and get this down for your alignment. So first of all, we want to check that you are aiming to a target on that driving range, or even if you're on a practice field, make sure that is consistent. So we can come in there, check that we are getting into that setup, and we're able to, Bobby's managed to knock absolutely everything over in the studio today. Lucozade gone. So again, we can make sure that we're getting everything consistent here, because you might think that you're aiming square, you come in, and your tendency quickly might be to start to see that. So I'm starting to see that I'm open. We know then from there, we often see that club picked up, and from there, we get that steep angle of attack, and we get that glancing blow that we don't want. So get those basics right. Get your setup right, get your feet square, and your shoulders matching that alignment stick. Then when you're doing some practice swings without the golf ball, we can practice that takeaway. We know that it's going to be nice and square to our spine angle. So you see the club face is matching that. And then from the top, we're going to go here. Feel like my weight is on that right foot. So again, I should be able to lift that left foot, give it a little tap to make sure that my weight is on the right. As we come down, what I want you to do is start to feel like your hands are going to be inside that club on the ground, and the club head is going to be behind that as well. So we're not seeing that the club head is out here, we're not seeing the hands are out here. We're going to get that feel that, okay, I'm really shallowing that club out, getting them close to my leg and inside that alignment. From here, what we can start to do is start to rotate, and I will then get into that position there. Hips have rotated, we've got some forward shaft lean, and we're going to have better control of that face. If we can do that, we can start to stop that curvature. Yes, you still might have the tendency to have a little bit of a fade. We'll move it into a fade, not a slice, but we'll start to be able to aim better and be consistent where we know it's going to miss. So if I do that now, and I make sure that, again, you can have this practice swing inside. So I get my takeaway, I'm up to the top, little step, I bring that club down, and then from there, I'm really going to rotate into that golf ball. Do that motion, and then you want to come in over that golf ball and really start to see that that ball flight has changed. I haven't put any more speed into that. I've had those feels, and you can see straight away there, I'm back up towards my 160 number. I'm closer to the flag, and I've got a good chance of being able to hopefully have a chance at a birdie. If not, it's a 2-putt and we're getting out there with a par. For you, it might be a bogey, but you're going to have a shot on your handicap. So you might think, okay, that sounds pretty easy, but I'm somebody who often starts to lose their angles. So again, losing your angles in a golf swing is something that we see people struggle with. So what we start to see when people, again, are coming in steep is they're in their angles and they end up in this kind of position down at the golf ball. So stood upright, again, club there is very tall. We've got no shaft lean, and again, it's working left. So it's going to be very hard to control your low point there. And a lot of people say, well, how can I keep my angles? Well, nice and easy, if you've got your golf bag with you or you've got something, you can pop this behind you. So I'm going to use a golf bag here. I'm going to set that behind me. I'm going to make some swings without the golf ball to start with, just feeling that as I do that same motion, I'm keeping contact with this golf bag behind me. On the way down again, my hands are inside, and on the way through, I'm maintaining those angles so I can get into a strong position here over that golf ball. I'm making sure that I'm keeping contact here, and then I can rotate, and then we'll come off in the finish. But it's about having a feel that is real. So can we have something behind us that's going to encourage us to get the correct feel? Because how many times I see people go, yes, I stay down in the backswing, get here, and then they still come up and out of it. Yes, you might have kept your angles in the backswing, or you've obviously gained angles, but then you've lost them in the downswing. And then we have no real speed, and it's not the finest golf swing I've ever put on that. So let's start to get something in there. Get your golf bag, or there might be a chair on the driving range. Start to get that in behind you. And even if you just make some smaller motions, I'll move this in a little bit now so it's in my posture. And I might just make some easy motions here, 50%, and start to get what kind of feel. You see there, what happened there? That was a missed strike. So that came off the dreaded area. That was a bobby, a little bit of a shank, but I moved off the bag. We're insulting Bobby here today. Well, that's true. We started early with Bobby today. On screen, because I know James has got that saved, so he can find it straight away.
Got to do it every time now. The Leadbetter drill.
So you can see there, all I did there was I moved straight away off this golf bag. So I lost my angles there, and then I don't have control. If I lose my angles, I'm potentially going to hit the toe or hit that dreaded hosel. So in again, really feel like I'm pushing back onto this golf bag. And you can see that I start to get the start line. And don't forget, this is just 50%. I'm not trying to hit this onto the green. I'm just trying to give myself a good feel. So guys, there's some quick tips for you to be able to start to work on getting rid of that steep angle of attack, shallow it out, hit longer shots, hit straighter shots, hit more greens, and hopefully get good at golf this year, guys. And make sure, if you want to see this daily content, hit that subscribe button.